What? With Rick.
Well, hello, Arizona. It's great to be here. Nice to win the election. It's very nice to win. And I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. They don't say that too much anymore. We say it. And when I had all that smoke backstage, I said, hey, are there any steps in front of me? I don't want to go down. I go down, that would not be good. We don't want to do that nice and slow. But I just want to thank you. What a beautiful production this is. What a great job the whole group does. And it's been amazing. Turning Point's been amazing. It's really been tremendous numbers of American patriots. It's really been great. And you saw what happened last month. We had Turning Point's grassroots army. It's an army. They turned out to vote, and they voted in record numbers, and everybody else voted in record numbers too, I have to tell you. And we did something that was really epic. We won a battle that a lot of people thought was very hard to win, you know, too big to rig. Remember when I said too big to rig? We'll make it too big to rig, we're gonna win. And it really was one of the great political victories in the history of our country, and that's good. They said one of the very big radical leftist papers said the most consequential election in the last 129 years. And I said, couldn't they have made it a little bit longer than that? You know, 129 years, but that's pretty good. But we won, oh, it's so nice. We won the popular vote by a lot, by millions and millions. And I used to hear the first one, we won and we did great. And they always would say, well, he didn't win the popular vote. He won the electoral college. You know, they'd say that low. But we actually did very well then, but we did really well the second time. And this time, we said, to hell with it. We've got to just blow them away. And that's what we did. We blew them away. So we won all 7 swing states. Remember they were saying, well, you know, we did very well in early voting, so we didn't have to win too much because we were way ahead. But they said, well, he only has to win 2, but we won all 7. Can you believe it, huh? We won all 7. And we carried the great state of Arizona, something not easy for a Republican to do, but it was easy for us to do. And we had more than a 6-point landslide. That's called a landslide here. And not only did we reclaim the White House, we also took back the U.S. Senate. And we won the largest popular vote majority for House Republicans in a presidential year since 1928. That's a pretty good thing. And I want to express my tremendous gratitude to Charlie Kirk. He's really an amazing guy. Amazing guy. and his whole staff for their relentless efforts to achieve this very historic victory. It's such a great honor. It's not my victory, it's your victory. It's a great honor. Man, we worked hard on this. We knew bad things happened in 2020. If I didn't know that we won in 2020, I wouldn't have done this because it would have been like the ultimate poll, right? But we won by a lot. And this time we said, look, now we're going to really win by, and we won by so much, they just, they threw all their placards. They wanted to protest. They were all set. And at about 9 o'clock, they said, man, this guy's killing us. They threw the placards. They went home, and we had no riots. We had no anything. It was a beautiful thing to watch. They said, we lost. And we want to try bringing everybody together. We're going to try. We're going to really give it a shot. The thing that brings people together is victory. It's winning. And we had that for much of my first year. We had the greatest economy in history in our first term. We can now call it a first term. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country, maybe in the history of any country, frankly. And we had, we did things that nobody could have done, and we're going to do them even better now. We're going to be drilling, as we say, drill, baby, drill. We're going to drill, baby, drill. But we're going to be doing a lot more than drilling. But I also want to give a very special thanks to everyone at Turning Point Action who outworked and outsmarted, always outsmart. You gotta be smart too, and outorganized the radical left opposition. We had very strong opposition, not in terms of numbers, but I will tell you, something's happened because that was a big defeat for them. Nobody expected the numbers. You know what happened? The pollsters went around, and whenever anyone said, it's none of your business, they say, who are you voting for? Or who did you vote for? They said, it's none of your business. And sometimes they said much tougher language than that, but I'm not going to get into that because I'll get in big trouble on the home front. And with Franklin Graham, please, sir. He says, please, sir, please don't use foul language. You speak so beautifully. You can do just as well. Actually, it doesn't work quite as well, but that's okay. It's just emphasis.
Oh, sorry.
But when they said essentially,
it's my stabilizer.
It's none of your business, that was a Trump vote. And they had the highest numbers of people that said that because they don't trust the press, etc. And we had the highest numbers, and that's why the polls showed us winning, but not winning in a landslide like we did. And we sort of knew that was going to happen. We could tell by the rally signs. Look at this. Here we won.
Right.
There's no reason except celebration, but that's not a bad reason, is it? And look at the crowd. They have 7,000 or 8,000 people standing outside. They can't get in. Would anybody like to give up their seat, please? Huh? You know, doing this for years, I don't
Just
think
the
I've
people
ever
can't
had
get
anyone
in.
say yes, I'll give it up. Just one person, nobody. The Democrats and the media said that Turning Point could never run a ground game. They weren't experienced. They didn't know Charlie, right? But when the ballots came in, the other side really didn't know what the hell hit them. They got hit hard. The victory was such an outstanding one, such a big one. And the other side now, and we don't want this. We want people to be happy and healthy. But they did. They lost their confidence. If you watch television now, they're all befuddled. They don't know what the hell happened. They're befuddled, to use quite a nice word that my mother used to use years ago, talking about somebody that's a mess. But they did. They've lost their confidence, and hopefully they'll lose it for a long time and then come over to our side because we want to have them. We want to have them. And we're going to have some inauguration on the 20th. We're going to have something. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But something happened also in the election. All 50 states shifted toward the Republican Party, every single one of them. And together, the largest share of African-American voters of any Republican in modern history. Actually, we won more Hispanic American votes than any Republican ever, and we won the vote. We won the Latino men. Who's a Latino man? Do we have any Latino men? You're not a Latino man. You're a beautiful woman, but a man you are not. Of course, nowadays, who the hell knows? But we won the Hispanic, I call Hispanic. I always said, do you like Latino or Hispanic? Let's go. Let's do a free poll. Who likes to be called Latino? Okay, that's what's always happening. Listen to this. Who likes to be called Hispanic? Not as good as usual. But we won half of all voters aged 18 to 29. There's never been anything like that. We won by 36 young people. And we got the highest share of youth vote of any Republican ever before in history. And we had great people. You know, my son Barron said, Dad, you got to see this one, that one, this one. He said he likes Joe Rogan a lot, too. He said, you got to see Joe Rogan, Dad. You got to do an interview with these people. And he has a sort of a feel for young people. I guess that's a nice thing to have when you're young. But he has a feel for it, and it was amazing. So we got the highest vote ever for a Republican candidate. We won by 36 points with young people. That never happens. A Republican loses by 36 or 40. So I'm going to have to start thinking about TikTok. I think we're going to have to start thinking. Because, you know, we did go on TikTok, and we had a great response with billions of views, billions and billions of views. They brought me a chart, and it was a record, and it was so beautiful to see. And as I looked at it, I said, maybe we got to keep this sucker around a little while. You know, who wants to? Oh, look, I see Sheriff Joe. Sheriff Joe, could we use you on the border? Stand up. Sheriff Joe, look at that. He had no problems with the border. You can straighten your border out in 2 minutes. We'll put Sheriff Joe over there. And and you're looking good, Joe. You're looking good. And we miss your wife, right? Your great wife. She's up there proud as hell of you. But he had no border problems. You didn't have any border problems. And we'll do that very shortly for you. We're going to have, you have a governor that doesn't know what the hell she's doing. You have people that don't know what they're doing. And we're going to change it because your border is a disaster. Your border is a disaster, what's going on. And you just have a few days to wait. We're going to be fully operational, I would say, by about 2 o'clock on the 20th. What do you think, January? With your help, we gained 23 points with voters under the age of even 25. Think of that. We gained 23 points. And in the election of 2024, our movement not only won a mandate, but we built new American majorities all over the place and will define our country's future. I believe it's going to define our country's future for generations to come. That's going to happen. It's, you know, there's some people called up that are great people, actually. Business leaders called, a lot of them. And some of